Thank you, Honorable Chair. Yeah, Honorable Deputy Minister, cannabis or marijuana or nzangu. That's the common names for these things that we saw before. But thank you for your response, Honorable Deputy Minister. I note that SAPRA are under immense logistical and resource constraints. And you've also indicated to us that there are 26 license applications that have been made. But I'm also advised, Honorable Deputy Minister, through you, Chairperson, that the current license application procedure, the requirement is between 10 and 15 million rand to satisfy agricultural startup requirements, that's to grow cannabis, and up to 30 million rand for a laboratory setup and compliance. Now, Honorable Deputy Minister, this rules out the small grower. I understand that you said that there are black economic empowerment companies and BBB, EEE, but how do we as government provide a way for smaller growers who have been growing this from many, many, many years? And I see Minister Nkwinti is looking at me because sometimes they say the best product comes from the Eastern Cape. How do we bring them into the fold? How are we going to assist? And in that regard, how are we going to assist with the cultivation of hemp? And has there been any discussion between you and the Minister of Trade and Industry and Agriculture on the cultivation of hemp, which is a much easier product to grow and which can bring in hundreds of millions of rand into our country? Thank you.
Honourable Deputy Minister.
Well, thank you very much, Honourable Chair. Indeed, it's true that SAPRA is under tremendous pressure, not only in terms of this particular product, but in terms of other pharmaceutical products, in terms of the slow processing. They are in the process of increasing capacity. As you would know, not long ago, we passed the legislation for the establishment of SAPRA, moving away from the old structure, which was the Medicines Control Council. So they are actually in some transitional period, and they've given us a report in terms of how they are improving their capacity. We will indeed look at the points Honourable Member has brought up in terms of those requirements, the financial requirements in terms of setting up, because I must admit that one did not go into the detail of when they say a site is not ready, because they indicated that most of the applicants, when they go into, they will say that they are ready for inspection, but when they go in, they find that very basic things have not been done. But I was not aware that in terms of compliance, those are the kind of costs, because then indeed the Honourable Member will be right that it will exclude the small growers, will perpetuate inequality. I mean, we have inequality in other things. Now, if we then also have inequality on cannabis, which our people have been growing on the mountains for donkey years, I think it will definitely be very unfair. So we will indeed listen to the advice of the Honourable Member, go into some details, and also engage trade and industry in terms of the production and marketing of hemp as a product as well. Thanks.